Well, today we're at Canyon Hills, and what we were working on was an initiative pioneered by the principal. She noticed that there were some needs from her campus, that her teachers were talking about struggling students in the classroom and needing to support them, that they really needed to work on planning lessons a little bit better and really incorporating reading and writing instruction across the curriculum.
We are here to learn to build our response to intervention into our lessons, into our planning, and improve what's happening in our classroom. Although I have to tell you that state reports came out and we met expectations in every category. So congratulations, thank you all very much.
What I'm getting out of this is the fact that we have to be able to identify red flags when they come up, and be able to address those immediately. We can't wait till mid-year to try to solve the problems that our kids are facing. So that's one of the powerful things that I've been empowered with that I'm going to be able to use day one.
We've gone through so far in the proactive intervention plan, we've gone through step 1, which was to identify our mastery thresholds. And then step 2 was to identify red flags. Step 3 is to develop formative assessments. Formative assessment is going to inform your instruction. It's going to inform you right away of what you're going to do and what you need to do right then and there.
Because I assume with tutoring in my classroom, tutoring is, hey, come by after school, we'll sit down one-on-one. But what you're talking about, just that, RTI is, okay, I see that you're having a problem. Here, let me give you like 2 minutes. And so I think part of that was just a matter of interpretation.
The most important thing for me was to understand the interventions, the different techniques. Once you have the red flags pulled out, you need to know what to do in order to correct those things. So it was important to know that they're progressive, the different things that you can do for the red flags, and also to know that it doesn't have to be as time-consuming as you would think.
The reason I like to do this is because in a class, we always have those students that are willing to speak. That's all they want to do. They want to be out there and speak in front of their peers. They want to share their opinion. And there's those students that, once you take a look at them and they know that you're going to ask them to do something, they're just going to go ahead and completely shut down. You're not going to get any work out of them. So this is just a technique that you might be able to use to get them out there. And I used it with one of my kids this year. I was as an inclusion teacher, and I couldn't get him to sit down. He would go from one end of the room to the other end of the room. He'd end up on top of the shelves, go to the restroom. So what we ended up doing is we just kind of put a notebook on one end of the classroom, and his whole thing was anytime he had an idea, he'd get up, walk to that notebook, write down his stuff, walk back to his desk. And if you'd walk into the classroom, you'd think it was total chaos until you would look at his notebook. His notebook was some really good work, versus when I would force him to sit down, be quiet, don't say anything, participate with the class, I wouldn't get any work of him. Is it going to work for every student? No. But if it works for those students, something that you might go ahead and give a try.
Well, I think with the red flags, it gives our kids an opportunity to take some of the responsibility, to shoulder some of the responsibility and say, okay, this is where I'm at, this is what my teachers are doing for me, therefore I'm going to put forth my part to be able to be successful using the strategies and the instructions that my teachers are giving me.
The students will benefit because any time that you can pinpoint or red flag a concern, you can take care of it immediately.
Well, I think students here at Canyon Hills will see their teachers very united. They'll see similar practices and procedures going across all the curriculum, an emphasis on vocabulary instruction, on using evidence in the classroom to support students who might be struggling. And I think it's going to be very powerful for them, and hopefully what we're going to see is an uptick in their achievement level and in their progress in all areas.